115 hours. Seriously, I blitzed through the last 25% of the game because I just wanted the game, not I wanted it over with, but my playtime was 103 hours and I was halfway through chapter 8, which seemed like it was going to be the last chapter. So I just thought, I'm near the end, I might as well go for it. I've got lots of other stuff I want to play, so I'll just finish this and move on. But what I didn't realise was that there were 10 chapters, so I ended up blitzing through the last 2 chapters as well, so I could finish it, and my end playtime was 115 hours. I missed so much stuff. The game is massive. I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I did a video for it over on Super Real Productions. And this one, oh my god, there is so much to do. The main problem I have with a lot of open world games like this, Breath of the Wild and all that, is because there's so much other stuff to do that the story element ends up becoming quite fragmented and almost forgotten because there's such a long time between each story event that you've forgotten what's kind of previously happened. So when things then happen later on, you're sort of like, I'm sure that's probably important, but I have no idea how. Even so, oh my god, this was amazing. I did a lot of the stuff. I mean, when I was progressing through the game, story-wise, let's get that out of the way first. I'm really excited about this game, in case you couldn't tell. Story-wise, you know, in the original Xenoblade Chronicles, you had the 2 Titans that people lived on one, machines lived on the other, but in this one there's a lot more Titans and people live on each of them, but because Titans have a finite life, even if it is really long, they are starting to die out, which means that people don't have places to live, and so some people decide that if they can go to Elysium, which is almost seems like heaven, then it would be the solution that will give people a place to live if things go to crap with the Titans that they currently live on, and there's a bit more to it than that, but that's the main thing. But the main sort of gimmick about this is that your weapons are actually living creatures called blades. You get a core crystal, the character resonates with the blade, and then it becomes an actual creature or person, and they have a blade affiliated with that person or creature along with an element, and then you use that weapon to battle alongside the other people and the other blades, blah, 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 blah. You can get your common blades, and you have slightly rarer blades, and then you have your unique blades, which can become really powerful. There's something like probably 60-odd rare blades to find, each one with upgrade abilities, and each one has its own side mission. There's also loads of other missions, and you have your merc missions, which you can send other blades out on. So though you can only equip 3 blades at a time, any spare ones you have, you can send off on merc missions to help out around the place. And they unlock other things as long as other story quests. Then you've got the development of each area, and as you increase the development, you get more quests, more things to buy, other things to do, and this game is just massive. I absolutely loved it. Better than the first Xenoblade Chronicles? Yes, probably is. There are a couple of things about this that I think the other one did better. The voice acting seems to be criticised. I got used to it eventually. A lot of people are saying that you should put on the Japanese thingy, that's a free download, but I kind of got used to the English voices anyway, so never really bothered me. And a lot of other things have been gotten better though. I think in the original Xenoblade Chronicles I mentioned about how it can be difficult knowing, particularly in side quests where once you've done something, getting back to the person who gave it to you and all that sort of thing. Luckily you have your little your bar on where you need to go at the top, and it puts on there where you need to go a lot of the time. A couple of times it didn't seem to work, but oh well. It's still a lot better than it was in the first game. So generally, it was such an amazing game. I am hoping, well, I will be doing another playthrough because I've got the DLC once I finish the game. There is a couple of things at the moment have been released, but it's mainly sort of helpful items that will aid you in your quest. You don't have to have them, it's just more helpful. And that's about it, really. I think there's going to be some more missions and side quests made available at some point, and then in December, I think, there's going to be another story side of things, which will be good. So I mainly got it for that, but when I do a second playthrough, I am actually planning on doing a pretty much 100% playthrough. I want to get all the red blades, beef them all out, do all of the side missions, all the merc missions, upgrade every area, and blah, 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 blah. So God knows how long that is actually going to take, but as far as this game goes, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. I finally managed to link up my Switch to my Twitter account, so I posted quite a few pictures on that as I was going through it. And since then, I've actually moved on to the DLC for Breath of the Wild, which I've been doing a few pictures of that, which actually seem to have been quite popular. It's at Hyrule's Defender, I think, on Twitter, so follow me on there if you want some updates on pretty much anything that I'm doing. And also, I take pictures occasionally as I'm playing through things like Xenoblade, and I just post it on there with maybe a funny caption or something like that. So, but if you're thinking about getting this, I got the special edition, as you can see. I did a video when I first got it of what it includes and all that and how to open it. So I got confused opening the box. Yes, I am very special. So have a look at that. So I'll put a link in the description to that video. But if you are thinking about getting it, it is an amazing game. I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles X yet. I have got the special edition for that. I just haven't played it. Although having played this one and then I looked at the trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X, I now really want to play it, but I've got so many other games that I want to either play, replay and all that sort of thing that's going to probably wait for a little while, just mainly because of how long the game is going to be. It's sort of almost a case of why spend 80 hours playing one game when I can spend those 80 hours playing 2, 3, 4 other ones instead. So that's probably going to just wait for a little bit. I will do it eventually. But anyway, getting back onto subject, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is one amazing game. It does have a few minor issues here and there, but I think there have been patches recently, so that really helps. And if you are thinking about getting it, I absolutely loved the game. Takes a little bit of getting used to, particularly with things like the combat and little things that you can do here and there that so you don't realise you can do them at the start, but because you have all these tutorials thrown at you time and time again, it's just a lot to try and learn off the bat, and then as you gradually progress through the game, you realise things you've forgotten about, you start bringing them into the combat, like, although you can do chain attacks and combos, if you use the combos along with the chain attacks in a specific order doing specific things, you get specific bonuses, which you might not really remember at the start, but then by the end of or towards the end of the game, you'll suddenly remember it all, start experimenting with it, figuring it all out, and then you suddenly start to be able to reap the benefits of defeating an enemy using a combo attack and then a chain attack to then get the extra bonus rewards for bonus experience, beefing out item things and other drops and all that sort of thing. So you just start to realise what you can actually do and put it all in together. I did put something onto, where was it? Was it Twitter? Or was it Facebook? Oh no, it might have been the First Four Figures Facebook about it, because I'd love some statues for that. Someone said that they were in chapter 10 and they were 45 hours into the game, so they'd nearly finished it and their playtime was, well, less than half mine. But then again, I do have a habit of seeing something shiny and getting distracted, so that's my bad. But anyway, wrapping up, thoroughly enjoyed the game, took a little bit of getting used to, but on the whole, an amazing experience I am really highly recommending. See you next time.